We have been speaking before, haven't we? Alright, Cashew, what's up?
Every stone tossed into a pond causes ripples. The stones you have thrown have caused waves. As much as I wish to assist you, I need to think of Gideon and its safety.
What do you mean?
My spy master tells me that Counselor Von Dacia still has eyes in the city. That even now we fear he is aware that we harbor the ambitions. That he gathers his cultists to assault Gideon. The presence of the ambitions puts my people at risk.
Okay, what do you want to do then?
Keep the ambitions safe, but we need to find a better place to hide them. Talk to the ambitions. Perhaps the third one you rescued. Sombrin, was it? Evely said he wasn't locked in a vault when the cult found him. Maybe he knows more than the twins.
I guess I'm gonna go back and talk to the ambitions then.
I would never turn away anyone in need. We will protect the ambitions for as long as we can, yet I fear my legionnaires will not be able to hold off Von Dacia's forces should they attack. Go to the Temple of Dibella when you're ready to talk to them.
Why are you so worried about Vindici's forces?
My spy master reports a flurry of activity that is troublesome, and Gideon is not the fortress it once was. Even so, my Blackfin Legion will give as good as it gets. Better even. What most concerns me is the possibility of treachery.
Treachery?
Von Dacia's family is powerful and has deep roots in Blackwood. His spies and political allies fill Gideon like wine fills a goblet. And not all of them are cultists, at least not openly. I fear the enemy we cannot see more than the one we can.
Don't know. Evely?
While you talk to the ambitions and figure out a new place to hide them, I'll work with Governor Keshu's people. Try to get a better handle on this threat her spy master has detected. If Van Dacia is nearby, I'll flush him out.
Why does Vindicia want the ambitions?
It all goes back to Leovic's secret. How he hid the 4 ambitions right before Varen killed him and took the throne. We thought the ambitions were Daedric weapons, but they turned out to be people. Van Dacia wants the power they contain.
How many more were those waking dreams or visions?
Not since we returned from the Deadlands. In fact, the book has been strangely silent. No tingles, no bad dreams, nothing. And I'm fine with that. Getting messages from a book supposedly written by Mehrunes Dagon is kind of unsettling.
Why do I get the feeling that Evely might be the 4th ambition? Please don't be. So how are you gonna help Keshu?
Hey! I may not be a seasoned adventurer like you, but I can do lots of stuff. And my experience with the cult counts for something. Plus, I sent word to Grotwood. I have a lot of cousins who are good in a fight. You just watch out for the ambitions.
I'll look after the ambitions then.
I know. I trust you. Just let me know where I can find you later if you decide to leave this city.
What does Vindicia plan to do with the power again?
He plans to seize the ambitions and sacrifice them to Mehrunes Dagon. He murdered anyone who knew anything about them. Then he went looking for the vaults where Leovic hid them. We have 3 of the ambitions, but the 4th is still at large.
So what do we know about the ambition's power?
Not a lot. We saw Destron obliterate the cultists that tried to grab him and his sister. And we heard what Van Dacia said right before we stopped him from sacrificing Sombrin. I guess you should try to find out exactly what the ambitions can do.
Wait, this is like an episode of the Fantastic Four, isn't it? One of them can stretch, one of them can go invisible.
Unleash your power, just like back in the Sanctum.
All right, if you say so. Something's wrong.
Oh!
Pull back, Kalia. Pull back!
I can't!
Hold on. Let me help. There. How did you do that? Practice. I trained to control my powers after I left my vault.
Hmm. Strong?
Our power seems to be getting stronger. Harder to control. If not for Sombrin, Kalia's own power might have consumed her. Is this our punishment for abandoning our sanctum?
Sounds like it was dampened and then it's slowly going away now.
That was terrifying. I've never felt anything like that. Ever. Nothing like that ever occurred during our training in the Sanctum. What's happening to me?
Sovereign?
When I was freed from my vault, it took months for my own power to reach such levels. And then it nearly destroyed me. I'm surprised Callie has gotten to that point so quickly after her release.
Why'd she lose control?
Our powers grow exponentially once we leave the protection of the vaults. It's what they were constructed for. But Kalia's power has advanced much faster than mine did. It almost consumed her. If not for my mentor, the same would have befallen me.
How'd you get out of your vault? What about your mentor?
When Duke Varen's forces came through, they set me free. To them, I was just another political prisoner. I wandered without a purpose for a time until my power reached a level similar to what you saw here. That's when my mentor found me.
You think this mentor can help Callie and Destron?
I don't see why not. Plus, it will probably be safer if the three of us leave for a while. There's an old shrine northwest of here. Let's meet there. I suggest you tell your Wood Elf companion where we're going. She seems like the sort to worry.
Yep, good idea. Let's tell Lovely and meet you at the shrine then.
Find us in the marsh to the northwest. I'll take Callie and Destron and meet you at the shrine. Don't worry, I'll protect them. The cultists won't surprise me again. Just let your Wood Elf friend know that we have the twins and we'll keep them safe.
What do you mean the power would consume Callie?
Why do you think Emperor Leovic had those vaults constructed? They contain and limit our power. Without them, the power would grow and expand until it destroyed us. The vaults were supposed to keep us alive long enough to learn to control our power.
Then why did Vendikia plan to kill you then?
Right. About that. Obviously, what I thought I knew and the truth aren't exactly the same. Regardless, without the protection of the vault, Kalia's and Destron's powers will eventually kill them.
But your mentor can teach them to control it?
She was able to train me. She also had a method for suppressing my power until I can contain it on my own. Without her, I wouldn't be here today. She can help Destron and Kalia, I'm sure of it.
Governor Keshi suggested you might want to leave Gideon too.
The governor is wise. A moving target is harder to hit than a stationary one. And if we're no longer inside the city, Vondasia's cultists have no reason to attack it.
How'd you wind up locked up in the Deadlands anyways?
I wasn't paying attention. My mentor warned me that I was going to be hunted, but I didn't listen. I returned to my old vault to see if I could learn more about who and what I am. The cultist ambushed me, knocked me out before I could respond.
Tell me about your master then.
I was raised in a vault, just like the twins. Isolated, ignorant of the world outside. All I knew was that I was different. Special, somehow. Duke Varen's forces set me free when I was 16. My mentor found me some months later.
How did it come about?
I fell in with mercenaries, wandering and learning to fight even as my power grew. I was beginning to lose control when my mentor appeared. She was a shaman of sorts. She taught me how to master my power, but she never referred to me as an ambition.
Don't understand how she found you though.
She said she had been looking for me. She knew of Mehrunes Dagon's interests in a hidden secret and had been searching for it. But it wasn't until my power began to manifest outside the vault that she was able to locate me. She saved my life.
Callie?
That was terrifying. I've never felt anything like that. Ever. Nothing like that ever occurred during our training in the Sanctum. What's happening to me?
What were you trying to do?
My gift is fire. Summoning flames is as natural as breathing. In the vault, it was always just a spark or a simple flicker. But when I tried to hit the target, I couldn't control it. The fire inside me, it wanted to grow, to spread, to feed.
How do you feel now?
I'm fine. A bit lightheaded, maybe. Whatever Sombrin did, it put the fire out. At least for now. I don't like this. What if next time I summon the power, no one can help me extinguish it? I could hurt Destron. I could burn Gideon to the ground.
Hey, don't worry about it. We won't let that happen. Sure. Destron?
Our power seems to be getting stronger. Harder to control. If not for Sombrin, Kalia's own power might have consumed her. Is this our punishment for abandoning our sanctum?
No, you're not being punished.
No, probably not. But we're definitely getting stronger. You saw what I did in the sanctum. My power is lightning, but after seeing how Kalia lost control, I'm hesitant to use it out here. I will, though, if I'm called upon to defend my sister.
Lightning. Sombrin is probably ice. And what would the fourth be? Healing?
What?
Hey, I'm over here.
Hey, Emily.
Keshu told me to take a thinking break. It helps to take a break sometimes, you know?
Mhm.
From thinking, so you can think better later. Anyway, how are the ambitions doing? Have you figured out a better place to hide them?
Sombrin has an idea, but the twins are losing control of their powers.
Well, that sounds bad, obviously. What happened?
Callie almost burned down the temple. Sombrin knows people that can help her, though.
Oh, I knew there was a reason we plucked him out of Vandasia's fortress in the Deadlands. I mean, other than preventing a human sacrifice.
Other than that, yes.
So who is this helpful person?
Sombrin's mentor? We're supposed to meet him outside Gideon. Oh, he might be gone for a while.
Stick close to them. You need to keep the ambitions safe and out of Vandasia's clutches. While you're away, I'm going to continue helping Keshu's Blackfin Legion. And I want to be around when my cousins from Valenwood finally arrive. Good luck!
Who's going to be the next person to join us? The Ambitions? No. Larenth? Probably Larenth, I think. Oh. By the way, new side quest showed up there. We'll look for that later.
All I ask is that you all keep an open mind.
That's a Dremora.
Hi.
Sombrin, what's going on here?
Easy, everyone. This is Zaina. She can help us. Mercenary, why don't you speak to her?
What do you feel about this?
Sombrin's mentor is a Dremora? I remember they brought Daedra into our sanctum sometimes to teach us about Oblivion and the princes, but I never expected to meet one out here. I guess you should talk to her and see if she can actually help us.
Ellie, how do you feel about it?
Why didn't Sombrin tell us his mentor was a Dremora? What else hasn't he told us?
Despite appearances, Zaina is a friend. She took me in and mentored me. Taught me to control my power when I thought it was going to tear me apart. She's the only reason I'm standing here today. Talk to Zaina. She'll explain everything.
Interesting. I didn't expect to hear from Sombrin again after he left, despite my advice. But to find him in the presence of a powerful mortal and 2 other ambitions. But where are my manners? Greetings, mortal. I am Zaina.
Yeah, so Sombrin said you were mentored. Helped him control his power?
And so I did. I sensed his need and offered my assistance. He learned well, and as he will tell you, I never betrayed him. Is that why he has summoned me? Because those other two ambitions now face the same danger that almost consumed him?
Yeah, they're kind of destroying themselves. They don't know how to control their powers. Yada yada.
Then you must bring them to my sanctuary. They are far more than anything you can imagine. I helped Sombrin because I didn't want to see him fall into Mehrunes Dagon's hands, or destroy himself with his own power. I will do the same for the others.
Okay, where's the sanctuary?
I hide in the Deadlands. Yes, Dagon's realm. But I have ways to protect us. Before you bring them, they must be attuned to this realm. Find slivers of the Deadlands lodged in your world. Sombrin will show you how to use them to attune the ambitions.
As I said, Zyna helped me. And she can help Kalia and Destron. You just have to trust her. And if you can't trust her, trust me.
But you never mentioned she was Dremora.
Forgive me, but in my experience, most of Nirn takes a dark view of Dremora. Zyna found me when I was at my worst. If she wanted me dead, she could have killed me years ago or just let me destroy myself. Instead, she helped me, taught me control.
Oh, I know Dremora. She must want something from me, though.
Oh, of that I'm certain. Competition in the Deadlands is fierce, especially among the non-aligned Dremora. I know that she seeks allies to call upon when the need arises. Having 3 ambitions who owe you a favor? Oh, that's like gold to Zyna.
Tell me more about the attunement process here.
Let me mark your map. Zyna told me where to find these slivers of the Deadlands when I needed them. Dagon cultists often enshrine these shards whenever they find them. You'd be surprised how often chunks of oblivion make their way to Nirn.
And what do we do with these slivers once we find them?
I'll describe the process when you return. I need to prepare a portal at a place where the planar boundaries are thin. Take Kalia and Destron and gather the slivers. Then I can attune them to the Deadlands. I also marked where to meet me on your map.
Alright, I'll take turns with me.
Our powers interact strangely with the natural forces of the Deadlands. That's why we need to be attuned. Of course, I underwent the process years ago. Now we must help the twins do the same. Keep them safe, then meet me on the road south of Gideon.
So I don't need to be attuned?
No, you're not an ambition. Besides, you've been to the Deadlands already and suffered no ill effects. If the twins attempted that before we attuned them, the plane would rip them apart. Our power is connected to Mehrunes Dagon in some way.
What does that mean?
I'm not entirely sure. I just know that there's some element of Mehrunes Dagon inside us, and it wants to return whence it came. I think that's what Von Dacia hoped to accomplish by killing me. Anyway, I'd rather not see that happen to any of us.
Callie?
I suppose we must trust in Sombrin's experience. He knows quite a lot more about our powers than we do.
Do you think we should trust Enya?
Does it matter? I felt the power inside me when I lost control back at the temple. I couldn't stop it. If Sombrin hadn't suppressed my flames, I would have ignited the city. Unless you know another way to fix me, I don't think we have a choice.
Destron?
Let's find these objects from the Deadlands as Sombrin's mentor suggested. If it helps keep me and my sister alive, we've got to try it, no matter the risk.
Have you ever heard of this attunement process before?
No, but I never heard of ambitions either before all this began. We're in new territory here, but as long as my sister and I are in danger, I'll take help wherever I can get it. Let's go and find these objects.
So they're pieces of Mehrunes Dagon.
We're going to be great heroes.
What's heroic about being consumed by our own powers?
Zyna taught Sombrin to control his powers. She'll do the same for us.
If the cultists or our own powers don't kill us first.
Come now, sister.
What if
Where's your
Zyna
sense of
only wants
adventure?
to use us for our power, Destron?
She can't force us. You heard her. She needs allies, and we're as powerful as they come.
I've read the stories. Pacts with Daedra never turn out well.
I'll protect you, Kalia. You have my word.
Silly little brother. I'm the one who protects you.
You're barely older, only by a moment.
Give me a sec.
Two slivers of the Deadlands, one for each of us. Mission accomplished.
I fear it just gets more difficult from here.
You worry about everything. Let's go meet Sombrin.
So I kind of feel like they're pieces of Mirun's Dagon infused in humans. And the reason they wanted to do that is possibly so Mirun's Dagon could like manifest himself here in Nirn. Or he's looking to grow his power by sucking up Nirn's essence or something. See though.
Relax, Kalia. We're on an adventure.
Destron, be serious. Our own powers could destroy us.
That won't happen. I won't let it.
It might not be up to you.
Kalia, we'll figure this out.
We're doing this to avoid all that. Did you gather the slivers?
Sorry you had to see that. Destron treats everything like a grand adventure. Anyway, you should talk to Sombrin so we can get on with this. I don't want to lose control of my power again.
Yeah, you probably will. Probably try burning anything down. Yeah, it isn't. It's fun. Fun for me.
Show Sombrin the slivers. I'm eager to see what we have to do next.
You found the Deadland slivers? Good. I set up the portal at the top of the hill behind me.
Okay.
Alatun, Kalia, and Destron. Then we can make our way to the summit.
What should we be doing while you tune the twins?
I need you to deal with a complication for me.
Complication?
Creatures were drawn to the hillside by my actions. Could you make sure the path to the top is clear? The last thing we need is for some mundane and random threat to provoke a response from Kalia or Destron.
All right, I'll make sure the way is clear. And by making sure the way is clear, I'm just going to run past everything.
All right, just like we discussed, focus on the slivers of Deadlands.
It's working!
I've never traveled by portal before.
Quick, step inside. Follow when you're ready, friend.
In we go. Zionist Sanctuary. All right. Pretty.
Welcome to the Ashen Forest, my friend. Deep in the heart of the Deadlands. Talk to Zaina. She'll tell you what you need to do. Unlike when I did it, the twins will have each other and you when they walk the path of the Obelisks.
Oh, okay.
So these are the Deadlands. I admit, I'd feel a lot better if I learned how to use our powers before I came to a place like this. I feel like we're going about this in the wrong order.
But look at it this way. You can't burn this place down.
What a bleak and terrible place. The sooner we're done in Dagon's realm, the better. I don't think mortals are welcome here.
Mm-hmm.
I greet you, mortal. As with Sombrin, I shall do all that I can to aid the twins. But first, they must survive the Ashen Forest. They must walk the path of the Obelisks.
All right. Tell me about these trials. What is the path of the Obelisks?
Before I can teach them to contain their power, they must first come to understand it. The path of the Obelisks will help them do so. They must visit the 3 ancient oracles and learn the truths that each will reveal.
And what's my role?
Protect the twins from the dangers of the forest. They cannot unleash their power safely until they have learned to control it. At each obelisk, you will bear witness to the truths they learn. Come to me when all is said and done. Then we shall see.
Alright, I guess I'm protecting him.
The power of these 2 ambitions grows with every passing moment. You must hurry. The path begins to the northwest. Look for the obelisks of origin, empowerment, and inevitability. Each will reveal a hidden truth.
What are you doing here anyways?
The Dremora of my clan have dwelt in the Deadlands for ages uncounted. This is the seat of my power, just as it is Mehrunes Dagon's. My purposes, however, are my own.
So you don't serve Mehrunes?
Allegiances among Daedra are not as simple as they are in the mortal world. Let us just say that I do not wish to see Mehrunes Dagon succeed in this endeavor. The ambitions must not fall into his hands.
Okay, well, so what are the twins going to learn from these obelisks?
I cannot say for certain. Their truths are their own, not mine. Yet I know that they must walk this path. A mortal cannot become what they are meant to be without first understanding what they are. Much remains hidden from these 2 ambitions.
Alright.
What a bleak and terrible...
Let's go. I'm gonna try sneaking through this one. Oh, he's a happy guy, isn't he?
That must be the first obelisk.
Did I be the one?
Yourself, brother, while our friend activates it and serves as our witness. Something's happening.
The babes are asleep? How? I couldn't get the boy to stop bawling.
I fed the twins until they were full and exhausted.
Your Majesty, welcome. The babes are healthy and strong.
Those are some big-headed babies.
Commanded, my Emperor. She bore twins.
As Mehrunes Dagon commanded, so it has been done.
Our parents and the High Priest? I don't understand.
Such a short vision, but it tells me so much. Our parents, I think they willingly gave us to the Emperor and Vandacia. I suppose we should see what the next obelisk has to show us.
What do you take from
I
it?
remember my parents. They never told us anything about them in the vault. I suppose this means they were loyal subjects of Emperor Morikar. That they were working with Vandacia.
Caretakers didn't tell you anything about your parents?
No. We were told our pasts weren't important. All that mattered was the moment and the future when our purpose would be revealed.
It never explained what that purpose was then.
No, but I always assumed we were special. Meant for great things. I had no idea they only wanted to kill us.
Well,
Like they were just fattening us up all those years for the inevitable slaughter.
we know that's what Vandacia was planning to do. I don't know if that was what the Emperor was planning to do. Maybe? You could have been letting these people, these kids grow up to be like a secret hidden weapon too.
I suppose this is the obelisk of empowerment.
Activate it, if you would, friend.
It's
All right.
starting.
Time for the final ritual, my Emperor.
Proceed, High Priest.
O Mehrunes Dagon, Prince of ambition and destruction, imbue these infants with your power. Let it ripen and grow within these vessels until the appointed time.
As
So,
Dagon wills
let it be done.
Our parents were sacrificed to Mehrunes Dagon? Why? Our parents went along with this madness. They allowed themselves to be sacrificed to empower Vandasia's ritual, to imbue us with Dagon's power. But for what purpose? He said something about ripen and grow.
Well, they allowed themselves to be killed to give you that power, so maybe they didn't know you were going to be sacrificed later, so...
They went along with it, but I'm not completely certain it was their choice. Even true believers have to have some sense of self-preservation, don't they? Regardless,
Not always.
it's clear that whatever Vandasia wants us for started at that moment.
You're seeing the final vision?
Do we have any choice? I need to know everything, even if a part of me wishes we were still in our sanctum and you never found us. If it helps us control our powers, if it keeps us alive, well, I'm not ready to die. And neither is my brother.
Destron?
Vandasia. He performed the rituals that gave us our powers. And all for the glorification of a Daedric prince. I think I may be ill.
Be angry. Be cranky. Going this way?
That portal opened on its own. Suppose we should step inside.
Yeah, let's just go into a randomly opening portal. It's fine.
This must be the day you learn you are destined to fail. That I and the waking flame emerged victorious.
No. Destron, is that us up there?
And Mehrunes Dagon? Is this our future, Kalia? Is this inevitable?
Not really. He's already dead, so... Oh, no, wait. This is... Oh, no, this is Vandasia. Vandasia actually wanted to be emperor?
How long ago was it? When I crushed you and claimed the ambitions for myself. It must be rather depressing to see that all your efforts were in vain. That my victory is inevitable.
The other visions show the twins pass. Why is this one different then?
Visions? You must understand the forces with which you meddle. Given your failures before you died, that doesn't surprise me. You entered the portal at the Obelisk of Inevitability in the Deadlands. What could be more inevitable than the future?
So you're telling me you won then? And you're sitting on the Ruby Throne?
Look around and see for yourself. The very fact that you stand before me proves that you didn't stop me. You didn't save the ambitions. You didn't save anyone. I destroyed you. Now this realm belongs to my lord and master Mehrunes Dagon.
It's a lie. When it find you, I'm gonna destroy you. Well, might as well kill you now.
You still do not understand. This isn't your time or place. Here you are nothing but dust long forgotten. You're a ghost of failures past. As much as I would enjoy it, I can't kill that which is already dead.
Mercenary, time to go. Through the portal, quickly.
Run along. Go back to your time and put your affairs in order. It won't be long before we meet in battle. When I crush you like the pathetic churl you are. We shall see each other again soon enough.
I noticed that this is Callie and Destron. Oh, look at it. Look who's up there. It's Big Daddy Dagon. Just looking down and smiling, huh? Do the White Gold Tower run, I guess. Nope. Go to the Ashen Forest.
Vandacia. He had us displayed like trophies.
We saw our future. We're doomed.
Snap out of it. What you saw was just one possible inevitability. Nothing is set in stone. The Obelisk of Inevitability reveals just one possible future. True, it's the most likely outcome, but it isn't the only one. Now that we know where things are heading, we can work to change the course.
But Vandacia is gonna win. Mirror's Dagon's gonna claim the world.
We're dealing with forces beyond our understanding. It was always going to be a difficult journey, but the Obelisk of Inevitability only shows what will happen if events continue on their current course. That future hasn't happened yet.
So what do we do?
The perils of visiting oracles. Are we better off knowing what is to come, or continuing on in blissful ignorance? I believe our choices matter. I choose to resist Mehrunes Dagon, and no vision will sway me from that path. I hope you feel the same.
Destron?
I didn't think that was how my story was going to end. I really thought we were going to win.
By appearances, it isn't over yet.
Isn't it? You saw the Prince of Destruction. How can we hope to fight something like that, let alone his High Priest? Maybe it's better if we just let our powers consume us. At least then Vandacia won't be able to claim us.
And destroying yourself isn't really the answer, though. Gotta control these things, huh?
Now you sound like Kalia and Sombrin. You're right, though. We have power beyond anything Vandacia possesses. That's why he wants us. Once Zaina teaches us to control it, we'll be unstoppable. All right. We're with you. Let's go get this done.
Callie?
Vandacia is going to win. We saw ourselves. He was drawing power from us, like sipping wine from a chalice.
It's only a vision. We're not defeated yet.
But you saw how Vandacia looked. Strong, powerful, and Mehrunes Dagon looking down on us. How do we stand against that?
You learn to control your powers, and you use it to be like, okay, this is what happens if you fail.
I don't... Can it really be that simple? Was that the point of these visions? To show us how we were created, and to reveal a dark and possible future?
Yeah, if we fuck up, that's what happens.
I understand.
Right?
Just because the night is long, doesn't mean the sun won't rise tomorrow.
Okay. Time to meet our Dremora friend.
Mortal who bore witness for the twin ambitions, let us speak. We can finally greet each other in person, mortal. Before we begin the process that will permit the twins to control their powers, I must ask you a single question. Why does one who abhors Mehrunes Dagon care what happens to his ambitions?
Because they're people that should decide their own fate. Yeah.
A noble sentiment, but they are more than just people. They are powerful weapons. Dagon's priest imbued them with a portion of the Lord of Destruction's own energy when they were born. It has grown and intensified in the intervening years.
Sort of intensified to what end?
Imagine that each ambition is like a mortal bank. Instead of gold, the priest deposited a portion of Dagon's energy inside them. That energy grew with them, compounding and doubling year after year like interest on your savings. It also transformed.
Transformed in what way?
In every way. What was once just of oblivion became mixed with Nirn. Now that energy is a part of both realms. And that is why Mehrunes Dagon wants it back. It will give him the connection to Nirn that he so greatly desires. A path to your world.
So how do we teach the twins to control their power?
Their power is like a volcano, building until released as an explosion or a lava flow. One is catastrophic, the other merely destructive. I will delay the eruptions while teaching them to dissipate and maintain control. You may observe, of course.
Oh, I'll be watching you.
We must begin the ritual at once. This way.
Stay close, friend. I'll feel better knowing you're nearby.
I'm still wondering what Emperor Leovic's original plan of this was. Was he planning to sacrifice it in Mehrunes' name? And if that's the case, why didn't they teach these ambitions much like they do teach?
What's happening? What's going on?
Zaina, what are you doing?
Helping you fulfill your purpose. Your ambitions. You belong to Mehrunes Dagon.
Betrayal.
Oh, what happened? No! Zaina! Damn it! You betrayed us!
Oh, hi, chest.
Looks like you're buying at the next pub, Fla.
Yeah, why does this look more like Mephala realm?
Damn her! Zaina betrayed us and cast us into the Spider Nest!
Spider Nest?
It's a dungeon beneath her sanctuary. She sends her enemies here to die. But we aren't her enemies. She saved my life many times. If she'd wanted to hurt me, she could have done so long ago. Why turn against me now?
She mentioned Mehrunes Dagon. I think she plans to give him the twins.
I don't want to believe that. But I heard what she said too. And she completely drained my energy. I can't call upon my power until it recharges. We need to find a way out of here. We need to get to Kalia and Destron before Zaina turns them over.
But why even toss him down here? How do we help the twins if Zaina refuses to show them how to control their power?
First things first. I need to restore my power. Let me think. Zaina told me about an old foe she destroyed, tossed them into this place and kept their skull as a trophy. It may hold enough energy to recharge my power immediately.
Alright, you rest. I'm gonna find the skull then.
The skull is in the treasure chamber. You can get there through the east door, retrieve it, and meet me at the door in the north. When you find me, I'll be in a meditative state. Present the skull, and I'll do the rest.
Who's this old foe?
Menthix, an ancient rival. Challenging him was one of the last tasks Zaina assigned to me as she trained me to control my power. Together, we vanquished Menthyx and left his bones in the spider nest.
Don't Daedra just dissipate on the die?
Zyna did something to Menthyx to chain his essence here forever. She kept him from coming back by trapping his power here, below her temple. That's also why the skull contains energy. Energy I can use to recharge my own power.
Why would Xana drain your powers and toss it down here, though?
She probably didn't want to have to deal with 3 ambitions and you at the same time. She needs our powers at their full strength for whatever she has planned. She reversed what I did. I could feel it. Kalia and Destron's powers have been unleashed.
She unleashed their powers, so it'll teach them how to control it. It's not going to consume them.
Eventually. But probably not before she completes whatever she has in mind. Hurry. We need that skull. With it, I can recharge my power and help the twins. Then, when they aren't in imminent danger of exploding, we can figure out the rest.
I can recharge power from a skull.
The skull contains the trapped essence of a powerful Daedric lord. If Zyna had simply killed her rival, he would have returned like Daedra do. So instead, she trapped a portion of his energy to keep him from coming back.
You use that to recharge, right?
Zyna. My powers of both Oblivion and Nirn. I can use a spark from the trapped essence of a Daedric lord to recharge my power. That means Zyna's old enemy will be free to return someday. Not that I care about that anymore.
All right. Wait, what? Treasure chamber? Hello, little spider. I want to say that that's the bank manager right there. Managing all the treasure in the vault. Do.
I can feel the residual energy. Hold the skull toward me, please. While my power finishes recharging, take a look at what I found. I left it over there.
Dennis Book of Contacts. 100 pages are filled with script faded away almost to nothing. With a few last pages written in glowing golden ink. Contact 137th. Commander Williams Dagon, I submitted the bound under the following conditions. I exchanged the Master's aid in the conquest of the mortal realm known as Cyrodiil. The resource chieftain, known as Durak the Black Drake, shall cause to be the born of the 4 ambitions under the signs, circumstances described in the Holy Book. It is written. Commander Williams Dagon, I now endorse the extended contract bestowed upon Durak onto his son as heir Morokar. now Emperor Cyrodiil. The Emperor Morcar executed his father's burden, bringing into being the four ambitions decreed by Mehrunes Dagon. I submit to guide the instructing and instruct the Emperor's agent in the ritual of endowment regarding the Holy Book. It is written. Contact 137th and 138th. Default, according to the obligations imposed upon me of Mehrunes Dagon, I attest that the default heir of Duroc in the execution of the preceding two contracts. The death of Emperor Leovic, without the designation of the heir, activates the condolences, or codicils, described in the Holy Book. Whomsoever sacrifices the prepared ambitions in the manner required by Mehrunes Dagon may lay claim to the reward once promised unto the Durocs and his heirs. It is written. A footnote. Following script. Curse that boy Sombrin. 3 of the ambitions remain hidden within their vaults, and only one, and the one that I have in my grasp now is returned to the mortal realm. At least he believes that all the other servants of Mehrunes Dagon are his mortal enemies. When the time is right, I will lure him back. Perhaps he will come to find me. The prize he shall yet be mine. All I need is patience.
All right, I'm ready. Follow me.
So basically keeping him alive till he's...
Attack!
Until he's ripe enough.
You're too late. Lord Dagon will reward me for the ambitions belong to Lord Dagon. Their power is for him alone. My master will reward me for destroying you. Truly understood the nature of the ambitions. I will not fail my lord and prince.
You're already dead.
Zaina. She was going to sacrifice us to Mehrunes Dagon.
Proud of that.
Sombrin, how could you bring us to this monster?
She wasn't like this. I didn't know.
Destron, help me open a portal. Like Sombrin showed us on the hilltop.
Whoa, wait. You're still active right now. Sombrin, is this a good idea to let them back in an urn when they're still active? Possibly nuclear?
This wasn't how it was supposed to turn out. Come on. Let's go after them.
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home.
Callie?
Sombrin was only trying to help us. I know that. But he still led us to that evil place. Whatever Zaina was doing to us, though, it siphoned off some of my power. I think I can use my fire now. Control it. At least, for a while.
That's right.
Zaina didn't want to help. She wanted to kill us. How many more of these fanatics are going to attempt to sacrifice us before all is said and done? At least I'm in control of my power for the moment. It may not last, but it's better than nothing.
Sombrin?
Zaina, she never gave me any indication that she was going to betray us. That she was involved in our creation and wanted to sacrifice us to Mehrunes Dagon. At least the twins don't appear to be in imminent danger of exploding.
That's true. They're created to transform the power Dagon placed inside you.
Let me take another look at Zionist Contracts. Yes, it's here. Zina used a holy book to show Von Dacia how to create the 4 ambitions. Could it have been the Mysterium Xarxis? She was always loyal to Dagon. She never wanted to help us at all.
Wonder where the 4th ambition is. So far, we only know you 3, right?
Hopefully, they're either still locked in a vault or wandering free like I was. I hate to think that Von Dacia captured them while we were busy elsewhere. I'm not sure what we should do next, my friend.
Well,
It's beginning to seem hopeless.
we can find a way to defeat Von Dacia and save the ambitions. All of you.
I hope you're right, but I can't see a way ahead from here. If all else fails, we'll destroy ourselves before we let Dagon win. We're the keys to unlock the barriers between here and the Deadlands. We can't allow ourselves to fall into his hands.
Well, back to the temple for you. I'm gonna go talk to Cashew, I guess.
Callia and Destron. They have no reason to trust me. Not anymore. But I'll still protect them. And somehow, I'll find a way to earn their trust again.
Oh, can you keep Callie and Distron from destroying themselves?
Whatever Zina did to prepare them to be sacrificed, it seems to have dampened their power. How long that will last, I have no idea. But until their power builds to uncontrollable levels again, they should be able to use it to help us.
What happens after that, then?
I'll try to train the twins as Zina trained me. If all else fails, I can take them back to the Deadlands. The realm seems to naturally siphon off our energy and keep it at manageable levels. Not my first choice, but it will serve as a last resort. I'm sorry. I had no idea Zina meant to betray us.
She wanted to kill us, Sombrin. An apology isn't going to cut it.
Destron, Zina betrayed Sombrin too.
Because he was stupid enough to trust her.
I will make this right. I promise.
Let's return to the temple. We shouldn't be discussing this in the street.
Yeah. Take that in private. Elite, I probably recommend logging off, logging back on if you're having issues getting the quest to show up.
Gideon is not the ground on which we conduct this fight.
If you haven't already.
There is a better place to defend the ambitions.
Alright, what happened, Ively?
You're back. I want to hear everything that happened. But you should talk to Governor Keshu first.
Governor Cashew?
You return at a grim moment, mercenary. While you were gone, word reached us that the Waking Flame is gathering an army. I fear it will soon march on Gideon. But Evely said you took the ambitions to learn about their powers. Did you succeed?
Kind of. Well, we learned a little more about the ambitions, but they're still in danger.
We are all in danger. At least you kept the ambitions safe. I thank you for that. Concerning the cult, Evely and I have made plans. But first, I want you to have this. Compensation for the work you have done up to this point on Blackwood's behalf.
Thank you.
The Order of the Waking Flame has cast a net around Gideon. Von Dacia is gathering an army, including guards from the garrison who were loyal to him all along. He knows the ambitions were here, and that they have now returned.
Oh dear. But
A word, mercenary?
yes, we will later.